Bonjour, good morning. It's the day after that last video. Chilly, very chilly. I come here this morning. This saucepan was literally to the brim. Like, it was literally a few more drips and it was going to overflow. So that was very, very lucky. Going to quickly get this prepped, get it sealed, and then Roy's going to come here and do some electrics.
Drag.
You should have.
Well, hello guys, we're back. And hey, have I got news to tell you? I've just been in Panto. I was playing this woman called Whitney. And it just stressed me out, darlings. Anyway, we're doing electrics today. So, you might want to pop up in my own and have a look. I mean, up the attic.
That's it.
Careful, it's fairly show.
Fairly shit. Okay, so the first job I got Roy on is getting the LED downlighters in the little recess wired up. So he's bought a little 12-volt converter. He's just fixing that to the side of the junction box, so it's all tied in nice. All good so far. Luckily, because we knew we were doing this, we already had the other switch cable in place, so it's literally just a case of wiring it all together. And then its jobs are good, and isn't that right, Roy?
It is. So basically, I had one already prepared.
Yes, and I've got some nice bath bombs for us, so we can turn it on later on and experiment. Yeah.
Oh,
we can...
that'd be nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice bath bomb.
Right, let's finish this off, and then we'll go and see the lights work. Live action switch on.
Right, let's hope it works.
Dun, 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 dun. Yay! Oh. Yay!
Here we go.
Look at that.
Cool, look at that.
It was only afterwards, I come here the other day after fitting them, and I was like, why did I fit them there? Why didn't I centre them there? There would have been a method to my madness, I'm sure. It still looks nice though. Or maybe I did it to highlight the mosaics that were so badly installed.
Yes, the actual mosaics. Well, do you want to get your bath hat on? And then
let's do this.
And then we can have one of you with your rubber duck.
Rubber ducky. Look, I've got a nice selection of rubber duckies.
Oh yeah, nice rubber duck.
Nice. Right, next job. Let's go.
Okay, next job.
Okie dokie, this bank of sockets is all done now. We're now just getting it wired up for my media wall, ready to future-proof it, so it's all good to go. And then after that, we're going to get the outside light bulb all fitted and the switch, so we can turn the lights on from this side. Then after that, we've got to try and resolve the problem with these lights, because for some reason they're tripping the electrics. So we've got to hunt that problem down. But it's all going very nice. And look how professional Roy is with his spirit level for once. That was me being sarcastic, so the last couple have been a little bit wonky after we put the faceplate on.
Although this level's not level.
Yeah. Had an absolute disaster off camera. So it's freezing cold, so the water's mains coming in, it's frozen, so we've got it all dug up at the moment. I connected all this back up. I come here a little bit later on and it was all flooded. This one here hadn't sealed and it was leaking and I didn't notice, so all the plasterboard was all wet along there. Everything all here was all soaking wet. It was like, great. If it hadn't been freezing cold, it would have leaked straight away and I would have noticed, but I didn't. And as it's thawed out, it started leaking. What's just happened, Roy? What's just happened?
Well, we just managed to solve a conundrum. Basically, I haven't connected the feed in, but there was a weird thing going on with routings and stuff like that, so I don't take full responsibility.
We got pictures of all the wiring, but it just so happens the pictures were taken before the other cable was put in.
Yeah,
so
the last cable.
Yeah, the last cable, there was no picture of it. So it was all wired, but open-ended. So it's basically a cable over there and a cable there, but no cable for a feed.
So it's just like the missing link.
It was literally the missing link.
Missing link.
Basically, that light up there, there was a cable which was the main feed to it, and it hadn't been pulled through. Roy didn't see it was there and didn't know, but randomly we were convinced that these lights actually did turn on.
And they couldn't possibly turn on, ever.
But we're convinced they used
weird.
to, so
that would have been more than an enigma.
I know, how the lights turn on with no power.
Like a,
Dun, dun, dun.
an immaculate contraption.
An immaculate contraption.
Or
Well,
was that conception?
conception. So all I've got to do now then, boys, is get some light bulbs and we're going to have all these working, aren't
Light
we?
bulbs. And Perry's got to get coloured light bulbs so you can go zap and he can have disco time. Blimey, you right? Do you have a drink? Jesus.
Right, that's it, innit? Are we
Yeah,
going, what are we going to do?
that's it. Are
Okay.
you sure you're not robotic?
Right. Okay, we're going to catch up with Roy another day. I'm going to carry on doing something else.
Another day. I've just
See you
got to
next
put a
video
switch
clip.
back on the wall.
Yeah.
But you'll never guess who was going to put his 5-year-old daughter up on top of that ladder.
I was.
Oh,
She's well up for
does
it.
she bounce?
Very well.
Excellent.
Very well.
Right, bye for now.
Right for now. Okay, so now Roy's gone, I'm going to crack on working. So we've had these cut for ages. I'm just getting all the upstands put in as quickly as I can. Tommy will be along here shortly and we're going to do some garden work. But yeah, crack on with this. Action.
Yes. Action.
Action. Okay. Sky, can you just bring it over here and show the tiles here, please?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Yeah, I'll give it here. Give it here. That's fantastic camera work. That's finished. And what's Daddy doing at the moment?
He's painting.
I'm painting. What have we nearly finished painting?
The walls.
The walls, yes.
And he's almost finished with the lights, and he's almost.
That was really good. You've got to be steady with the camera, otherwise people watching will be like, whoa.
We're trying to cook dinner.
And
So we're fun.
okay, now you hold it for me.
Okay.
The action is Caddy Towdy and Squatty in the attic. There's lots of things, and then the kitchen is a mess. And I do the painting with Sally first and Squatty for the bee and Squatty and Squatty and Caddy
Is that an impression of Daddy?
That's the
Yeah.
future.
Is that Daddy?
Okay, so I've been busy painting. I'm literally doing the final coat on this wall and it's done. That bay and that bay, as you know, is done, and this bay is now totally done and all the lights are in. So once the kitchen's been moved, I've got better access to this bay that'll be getting painted. But yeah, the kitchen's a mess. It's not fun. So I've said to Kaz, look, let me get it done. So this is the last bit, darling, and then the temporary kitchen can go back in, ready to save up for the nice IKEA one.
I don't know, Danny.
Hi, Star. Okay, back to the normal cameraman. This wall is now totally and utterly painted. It's all done. That's all done. Very happy that it's finally out of the way. So today's task, which I'm not going to film because it's very boring. This window is going to get a lovely clean because there's no point in putting everything in front of it when we can give it a good clean and then it's done. So that's getting clean. And then we're going to reconfigure all the kitchen, put it all back in place. So we'll just come back when that's done. I've got to wait for one of my boys to come to give me a bit of help. Let's go show you what we've been up to in the garden. Okay, so see this mess of brambles. This is where the pond is. Now, this whole section here was like that, literally, from where you can see where there's no grass. All of it was absolutely overgrown, crazy. That's a massive pile of it there. So what I'm going to continue doing over the coming month or so is get the digger, get all this cleared. We're obviously going to leave some of the trees, but basically what we want to do is we want to clear this totally and utterly so there's nothing here, and then get that anti-weed matting, the green stuff, put it around there and not decorate it up, but just make this a clear area. So basically we don't want mosquitoes to have a nice happy home. We want it to be all exposed so they feel vulnerable. We're going to get those bacteria tablets to put in the water as well to kill the buggers off. So that's what's happening here. Same with this section, we're just going to clear it all, leave the trees, because obviously, you know, trees are good for the birds and we want birds in the garden. So we're just going to clear all that. Again, we're going to get some anti-weed matting down and shingles or decorative stone and just dress it up. This is long term, but that's what's happening. The problem is it's clay, so it's not the best stuff to work with. You remember Neil, the digger driver, who came and helped me at the beginning when we did the, you know, the footings and stuff. I've been in contact with him. He's going to come in March. I did say this in another video about I wasn't happy with the level because I want the path to be continuous, the same height the whole way around. So my digger's too noddy, it's not really powerful enough for a lot of stuff. So he's going to come, take this section down. I'm going to get a dumper. So we're going to move all of this earth, take it down there to build that level up. So that's going to get dug down. So hopefully by summer, we're going to have a big concrete pad down there. That's the plan. Retaining wall along here, so that'll hold the path to come along here. And then we're waiting on some artificial grass. We're going to have some artificial grass, maybe put there or there. Concrete paths with some more features. I want to put a metal band, retaining band around this and fill that with stone to sort that out so the foss is all, you know, easy to access. And then this is the main job that we have been working on. We're just not showing it because obviously it's not that interesting in a way, but once we get going we will. So as you can see, we've been digging this out. So what I'm going to do is create a big manhole so you can get down in it to do the meter reading. Infill, get it all done, backfill it. The block work where the manhole will be about there, and then what we're going to do is undermine the footing, so underpin. So we're going to go underneath it, and then this whole section is going to get full with concrete. We'll let that go off, and then a meter, we'll dig that out, dig underneath, fill with concrete, miss a meter, so on and so forth, every other meter. And then once it's all dry, then you dig out the other meter sections and underpin. So the plan is to do this whole section here. Now the problem we had is, like I've said in the previous videos, where we had that old water leak in the house settled, it's quite evident. So it's here, this is where it really shows. See the crack line there? There's no other crack lines going up. It was this one, and this crack line will open up to about 4 mil. So what we're hoping is by underpinning it whilst it's all swollen with the water, that'll hold it in place. Again, it is a punt because we might do all that work and it might not work, but cost wise it's only going to cost my labour and maybe £1,000, if very unlikely £1,000 in materials. I don't think it will even cost that much. It's just gravel and cement, so it's just my time really. So that's what I'm going to try to fix. We noticed this a fair while ago as well. See the crack lines there, but we're hoping that's going to resolve it. Also, what we're going to do is when we infill concrete this, we're going to drill rods in as well to these footings, even though it's a bit crappy, just to help that try and take some of the load, and we'll probably put some more along there as well. And then this whole ground level is going to be raised up to here. So when we do that section, again, we're going to put some concrete along there. So we're trying to tie it all in so it helps hold it up and stop that movement. Fingers crossed. Right, so for now I'm going to go in, get this kitchen done. So yeah, the next shot will be that kitchen hopefully all sorted and in place.
Are you enjoying yourself on there? Look how much more room you've got.
To say we are over the moon with how this looks size wise would be an understatement. We are really, really, really pleased. I can't see the markings somewhere around here. Oh, it is. I think it is in line with those sockets. The breakfast bar comes out. So what you're seeing like here will be the kitchen area, which is plenty big enough. And then obviously this side will be our lounge. But it's so nice to just have it all back, more organised and stuff. And it'd be nice for the kids now if they've got somewhere a bit bigger to play as well, which is what me and Star have just been doing, haven't we, on the drift cart? Yeah, we have.
Right, should we get some more stuff done?
Yes, Daddy.
Okay, it's now the evening. We've settled in a bit more. Sky was very impressed with what we'd done when she turned up. And this is the first time we're eating. This is the first time we're actually eating a meal in here. And it's rather fitting that it's going to be the best meal in the world. Bangers, mash and beans, everybody. One of the best meals in the world. And I'd argue with a Michelin chef over that. Keep it simple. I would argue with anybody. But yes, we're very happy. We're going to sit down and have a lovely meal together. And then think about what we're going to do next.